Our next speaker is Shri Ujjwal Uke, who is an IAS officer of the 1985 batch Maharashtra cadre. He has an MBA in marketing as well as a PG diploma in marketing management. He has been a recipient of the Mother Teresa Memorial International Award for Social Justice in the year 2014. He has designed and developed a USP, the science of thoughts, and trains people on how to rewrite the script of their lives to lead a happier and peaceful existence. Shri Uke has also worked with various capacities such as Commissioner, Integrated Child Development Scheme, SCDS, Managing Director, Maharashtra, State Cooperative Cotton Growers Marketing Federation Limited, Mumbai, Principal Secretary, Social Justice and Special Assistance Department, Government of Maharashtra, and presently he is the Principal Secretary, Textile, Cooperation, Marketing and Textile Department, Mantralaya, Mumbai. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you Mr. Ujjwal Uke to share his thoughts on how to rescript the success story of the textile industry.
Am I audible? Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen on the dais and my dear friends, it's a great pleasure to be here and to see a huge gathering here. I was quite impressed. I was telling Mr. Sinha that I was quite impressed with the gathering. He told me that we have representatives of the business and technical people and various segments, students, businessmen, traders. It's nice to see them all here. Talking about world textiles, growth and opportunities, the inaugural talk by Mr. Sinha mentioned about having discussions and networking, and one thing which struck me was, he said, not solutions. Why not solutions? Let's find out solutions. I don't think that we have such good gathering of a mix of such varied interests and knowledge. I think within this room we must be having several hundreds of years of knowledge if you put the experience together. Why not look for solutions? We should. Anyway, I just wanted to set the ball rolling. Maybe we could look into solutions also. I was discussing, last time I was in another meeting and we were talking about our very, very typical habit and is of looking into, I'm going to break into Hindi in between. I hope people don't mind because I have this habit of quoting in Hindi. Hindi is okay? All right, thank you. बाजू वाले की थाली में देखने का शौक होता है. So we are more bothered about what this guy is eating and rather than seeing what I have in my plate. So I was talking about competition and I said that instead of just looking into what the competitor is doing, why not concentrate in my own running? Half the time I keep looking behind and is he catching up and what's happening, and I lose my strength in that. So should we be looking into what the competitors are doing, or should we be looking into what are my own strengths and looking within as a country, as an industry, as a state, as an individual, as a business, should we not be looking more into our own strengths? That's what I was thinking. Which brought me to the talk which the Institute of Chemical Technology said about using research in action. I think it's a wonderful idea. And I remember my days in IIM Ahmedabad, and those days, that was way back in '77, and we were told that Americans innovate. And they said before innovating, they invent. And invention is happening because they don't condemn failure. Because if you have to invent one thing, so for that one thing you will have 99 failures on the way. If you keep condemning failure, nobody will take the step of innovating or inventing anything. So that is important. So how do you take failure is another thing as a society, as an industry. And I'm speaking all this because in the introduction they said that you would like me to tell you how to rewrite the script of the textile industry. So I'm just doing my little bit here. So should you be looking into failure as something to be condemned or something to be proud of? That look, he tried. Maybe he tried 5 times, maybe the 6th time he gets into some kind of a new innovation. So that is the way of looking at things. Research into action is something which I was told is happening very much those days, 77. That's what they said, that every American university has students which are funded by the industry. If it is a defense industry, there will be students who will be funded. His entire education is funded, and whatever he does by way of research is passed on to that industry because they have a right on it. And that's how, it's hand-holding. I joined the government, and in the beginning we used to hear a lot of talk. I'm sure Kavita Gupta madam will agree with me that in the early days we used to have this lab to land kind of a thing, in agriculture. So whatever happens in the laboratory, bring it onto the land. Somehow, after 31 years, I still find that we are still groping in the dark. We've not been really able to translate what is happening in the laboratory, what's happening in the research institutions, into actual concrete action which maybe saves costs or maybe gives you a competitive advantage. Look into that, that's what I think. And one talk on philosophy, I feel that I had visited a tomato ketchup office once a few years back. When I entered the office, they said the first thing they said was, this is our gentleman who founded this company about 100 years back. And there was a quotation written by him that, I want to give my customers the best tomato products. And they said that everybody from the peon to the MD every day looks into this picture and remembers that this is the philosophy of my business. It's not just to earn money, but to give the best tomato products. That is what it's ingrained. So it's a focus strategy. And what I would like to say is that let's focus on success rather than failure avoidance. There are two different things. One is to avoid failures, the other is to go for success. So I somehow feel in my experience that we lose the killer instinct. We really don't, you play chess, and at the time when it comes to giving the checkmate, somehow something happens. And your king somehow stumbles. I don't know what happens. Where's the killer instinct? We are very good people, we're very nice people as Indians, all goody, sab acha hai, bahut badhiya hai. I'm going to sort of wake you up a little. Sorry for that, but I don't like all this goodness. If you have to compete, you have to kill. If you hesitate, the guy is going to come and throw you out. Look into that. If you really want to compete. Otherwise, we are all very nice, complacent. Aa raha hai, chal raha hai. Everybody follows the leader. Me too. I am also behind you. Aap aage badhiye, hum aapke saath hai. I don't know whether that is going to work. I want to wake you up. You guys are all leaders, The captains of industries, in technical field, you are good. I mean, we really got the stuff in it. But what's happened is our complacency. So I think develop the killer instinct. Another thing, my young students are all sitting behind. I didn't like that, They should be sitting right here. They are the future. If we are complacent, at least let them come and develop some killer instinct. Let them come and participate. Maybe you could think of shuffling a little bit after lunch or something. Let them also come and participate, because they are the ones who ask questions, and we always say, hey, chup bolo mat. We know better. And then we lose out on ideas. Anyway, my only thing is that accept change. Don't accept the status quo. Accept change. Accept the fact that things are going to change. Somebody wrote in the Facebook the other day saying that, family life in USA is going down, and people are now, there are 60% people who are singles. They don't have families, and in Marathi he wrote a word, Durdev. I said, it's not Durdev. I mean, that's, human beings, living beings, all animals, all plants, everything evolves. Everything changes. You're scared of change. You're used to, 60 years of having a very nice life, family life. But if your next generation says, I'm going to have a different life, you say, no, this is not good. You like this life, maybe he likes something else, but mutation is a part of life. If you don't change, you stagnate. If you don't really accept change, you're going to have a lot of failures. I would rather say, go a step ahead and be willing to change, have the willingness to change. That's more important, because only the dead fish swim with the stream. That's what Melville de Mello, the famous commentator, used to say. Only the dead fish swim with the stream. You have to flow against the stream. Otherwise, you had it. E.M. Forster, in his book, in a little article called 2 Cheers for Democracy, had written that Indians have an opinion on everything. Which brings me to the fact that We'll talk on everything, but textiles. I mean, there are a lot of distractions in life. You read, this happened, that happened, Syria, bombing, X, Y, Z. You read about so and so is happening in Tamil Nadu and in Kashmir, etc. I think it's time that you focused totally on competition, on your own business. Give that much only, maybe 10% of your time, but 90% should be right here into what we are doing. And this is something which I have noticed everywhere I have worked. We spend a lot of time, on things which are not really fruitful. We only discuss, we only talk. Talk doesn't give results. Talk only gives you ideas. Ideas have to be converted into action, and once they are in action, only then you will get results. Finally, my own quote. I write, I teach, I change people's lives. So my quote finally is, which I wrote 5 years back, that in a room of mirrors, if you're in a room full of mirrors, if you're able to find the real you, that is your success.